Hey guys, welcome back to F1 Manager 2022 here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. Apologies that videos on this channel recently have been a bit here and there. As you might well understand, with the launch of FIFA 23, my focus is currently on the main channel in the main, but I will still try and get F1 Manager and F1 22 to you as regularly as I possibly can. So I appreciate your patience. The content will continue to come, don't worry. And then especially when FM, Football Manager, not F1 Manager, when Football Manager comes out next month, then we will absolutely be getting a lot of content here on the second channel for you in that regard. But still, thoroughly enjoying F1 Manager. And we have today the Monaco Grand Prix. Now, I believe we have the opportunity to put a new front wing on our car, which we will install on car 1 and install on car 2, which will improve our performance in that area with 4 of each. We are in the process of researching a new chassis. We are in the process of actually no, I've got a new floor I can put on. Oh, it's being manufactured at the moment. It's being manufactured, so that will go on sooner rather than later. We've got new front wings for Monaco, and we are, I believe, all set up as we head to Monaco. We're all set up with our objectives for the Grand Prix. I think we did that at the end of the last one. So, as ever, do drop the video a like if you're enjoying, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more. With regards to sponsors' objectives, we need to reach Q2 with at least one driver, which we should be able to do with Lando and hopefully Daniel too. Race targets, just need to finish with both drivers in the top 10. That's unlikely, but the hot streak, we need to get one driver in the top 12, and we certainly, again, should be able to do that, we hope. I'm going to jump straight to practice, and we shall try and work our way through practice and get the best possible setup for qualifying in the race. A little bit cloudy on the Saturday, a little bit of light rain on the Friday, but clear skies and a dry race on the Sunday, and hopefully we can qualify well, because it's very important around Monaco, of course, that you qualify well. And then maybe we could do something with strategy, with pit stops, to try and get ourselves a little bit further up. Regardless, let's crack on. Time to go to P1 in Monaco, and we will get everybody up to date as soon as physically possible. Off we go. We will manage the session. And that is the end of P1. So at the end of P1, 15th and 17th, but no soft tyre running whatsoever. Lando only really ran the hard, to be honest. Setup confidence was not great with either of them. It was in the 40s, so it's not been a fantastic first session, that's for sure. Might even expect some light rain in practice too, but hopefully we can find our way with the setup and make some proper improvements in this session, because that's what we need, really. Come on, Daniel, when you come. Okay, so P2, not much better. 7th and 8th on the leaderboard, but there was a lot of rain in that session. As you can see, a number of drivers didn't even put any lap times in on dry tyres. We are still nowhere with the setup. Still, like, late 40s. Really struggling to find the right setup here in Monaco. And I'm pretty concerned that we're going to have a terrible weekend. They're both ready to go out because we set them both up prior to going to the session, or the end of the last session. Oh, I am head scratching here, lads. Head scratching. We're in a real predicament.
Okay, so that's a green light.
We need this session to go unbelievably well. So at the end of P3, we are much happier with where we are with setup. We think we've nailed it with Daniel, and we're very close with Lando as well. We just started to try something slightly different. Didn't have enough time to run through it, so setup wise, it's great there. I think we nailed. I think we went a little bit better, so I'm actually going to leave that setup as it is on Lando. And Daniel, similarly, I think we nailed that a little bit better as well, so I'm going to leave that as is too. Send them out on softs, and hopefully we can have a good qualifying now. I'd love to get both drivers in, Lando into Q3 and Daniel into like 11th or 12th. I think it's probably as good as we can hope for here. Into Raskas. And around Anthony Nogues. And on to the start-finish straight. Come on. Lando goes P11. It's not a great lap. Daniel goes P14. Daniel should be through. We're a little bit off the pace, but I think we're going to get both drivers through to Q2 at least. But I really want to get Lando through to Q3 if we can. I think there's more to come. There. So both through, 12th and 14th in the end. Lando pipped at the end by someone else as well, K-Mag, I think. But we're not far off. Lando's only a couple of tenths off Esteban Ocon. Daniel 3 tenths off. 4 tenths off the top 10. He's 2.5 tenths off his teammate. So there's still work to be done. But into Q2 we go. 90% confidence for Daniel now. We did nail that setup. And 92% confidence for Lando. We nailed his setup too. Good. Again, we'll do a bank lap on that set of softs for Daniel. We'll do a bank lap on that set of softs for Lando. And we are good to go. Q2. Really want to get Lando into Q3. I really want to get Lando into Q3. Lando's not yet crossed the line. Should be about to, though. Lando crosses the line and goes. Stays where he is. P12. It's a poor lap from Lando Norris. Really poor lap. Daniel, will he improve? He does, but only just. Both of them only improved by a minuscule amount. Less than a tenth on a brand new fresh set. 13th and 14th at Monaco. Not great. That's our worst qualifying of the season so far, if I'm honest. I think that's our worst qualifying of the season so far. Not superb. Lando actually went slower. Lando went slower in Q2, but his Q1 time would only have gotten him 12th, not 13th. Daniel went slightly faster, but again, Lando went half a tenth slower. Daniel went less than half a tenth quicker. That's the pace in the car, it seems. We can't quite get into the 111s, which is where everybody else in the top 10 is. So what we do strategy-wise, I don't know. So soft hard for Daniel, hard medium for Lando. And we'll see what we can do from there. We'll give it a go. Strategy A for Lando. Sorry, strategy A for Daniel. Strategy C for Lando. Right. Now Daniel's 14th. Lando is 13th. I'm going to... The fact that they're right next to each other doesn't help. Because I want Daniel to go out hard on his tyres, but Lando's right in the way. But because it's Monaco, it's going to be difficult to swap them around. So this is going to be a particularly tough Grand Prix, but we will give it our best shot. Side by side up there. Go on board with Ricciardo. Lando and Zhou fighting hard. Lando's got the inside line, so he might actually keep P12 here. He has. Lando's taken a place.
Doing a good job so far.
Well, Lando's going to go super long on his tyres, and Daniel's going to go short on his.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Hopefully they're both really good on their tyres, and we can drive a bit harder when we get in free air. So I can pit Daniel early, and then we can go out a bit harder on the hards, and then he can try and make up some ground. Daniel's on a similar strategy to the front runners, whereas Lando is the first on a hard compound. Hamilton and Gasly both running the mediums could be interesting. We'll wait and see how it pans out. I should maybe have done them the other way round. Thinking about it, because Lando is just holding up Daniel now, but I intended to let Daniel past because I think Lando's strategy is the best one for him and Daniel's strategy is the best one for him. I just wanted to swap drivers. I'm not going to get the chance to, I don't think, because Zhou Guanyu's just kind of plopped himself into P13. Which is rather annoying, actually. Rather annoying. No, Zhou Guanyu's going to get Lando. Okay. Well, we will get them to swap then. Don't fight, teammate. There you go. And we'll get Daniel after Zhou Guanyu now. Come on, Daniel. Let's go. Let's get you past Zhou, shall we? Thank you very much indeed for the 9th month in a row and the 18th total, Ian. It's very kind of you, mate. Deploy. Can we get him? Can we get him? Can we get him? Yes, Daniel. Right, get down the road, pal. Let's get Daniel away from Lando now. Sorry, away from Zhou.
Gain a position.
That's what I wanted to do at the beginning of the race. We're just, unfortunately, having to do it 9 laps late, but it's not a problem. I guess they, like, Daniel's pace has to negate the DRS effect, although thankfully there's only one DRS straight. Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Ian, mate. Safety car, we've had a crash. Who's crashed? Someone's crashed. Not sure who. I couldn't. Daniel's hards won't last, will they? I could box Daniel for hards, but they're not going to last. So I could pick Daniel. I could pick Daniel now for hards, and then just see out the rest of the race. But Lando needs to stay where he is. So we'll box Daniel.
Sounds like
And do the same with Daniel.
Magnussen's
Magnussen's the one that crashed.
Now just focus on the Haas.
Is he going to spin out here? Clip the curb? Yeah. Caught the inside of the wall, and he's crashed there. So that's the Haas potentially out. I don't know if he's retired or not. He is out. Magnussen has retired, so that saved us a position. So Daniel's going to pit for his hards. Everybody else is pitting as well by the looks of things. So Lando's going to gain loads of positions here if we can get there quick enough. That Daniel was pit. Mick, Tsunoda, Lando, Zhou, Gasly and Hamilton haven't, but they all have those that pit all started on the softs. Mick still hasn't pit, and he's on the softs. That's probably a poor call. That's a poor call from Haas. Daniel should get him in the pit stops. Lando should be able to stay ahead of him as well. I don't know if we're going to get anyone in the pits here. Sorry, I don't know if we're going to get anyone in the points from here, but we'll try. We'll conserve tyres whilst we can.
In this lap.
Never mind, safety car's in this lap, so go back to standard. Go back to balanced here, balanced there, and standard there, and safety car will be in.
Okay, understood.
I think we're still kind of waiting for tyres. It's not at Monaco. There's not really much to do tactically, is there? Other than because it's so hard to overtake. Other than just try and get down the road as quickly as you can. Daniel's got Ocon behind him. He's on a fresh set of hards, but Daniel's on a fresh set of hards as well, isn't he? So Daniel's actually taken Ocon in those pit stops, I think. Yeah. Alpine must have double stacked, and Daniel has taken Ocon. Right, Gaggle is still there. Gasly and Zhou in the pits now, so Lando's up to P6. Daniel P13 continually. Ocon has passed him. Yeah, Ocon's passed him annoyingly. Daniel's just stuck in a train in a minute. Tsunoda's pit. That will free up a couple. And it's just Lando. Lando's the only one in front of Daniel now to pit, annoyingly. Hamilton's just taken Lando as well. Yellow flag in sector 3, another crash.
Gained for Mercedes.
No, we don't care about that. I want to see who's crashed.
There's been a crash.
Ocon's crashed. He's taken Daniel, and now he's crashed.
Like Ocon.
He's gone wide, maybe, and into the wall. Yeah.
They've lost control.
Is he out, or is he able to continue? There's no safety car. It's just yellow flags. I think Ocon is continuing. So Daniel's up to P11. Lando's P7. Lando has to pit. So we might get a single point with Daniel as things stand. Lando will pit and go miles away. And Daniel would go up into P10. Daniel's just not catching Valtteri. So it's going to be Lando falling out of the points and Daniel going up into the points. I think there's the only thing that's going to happen between now and the rest of the race. Gasly's just taken Lando. Okay, so that gap just disappeared.
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri.
Now he's got Alonso right behind him. But at least he's got DRS to... Well, he had DRS to protect. I think it's going to be Daniel finishing 10th. And Lando being where he can. In a minute. Let's tell Lando. We could actually pit Lando this lap. Let's pit Lando this lap. It's a brand new set of mediums. Get him out of the way of Daniel, and Daniel might be able to grab a place or two. So we are now basically hoping to keep Daniel in touch in the points and then in touch with the points. Well, we've had another crash on track in Sector 3, which might be one of the leaders actually. Yellow flag only. No safety car.
We've had a crash.
Oh no, it was Sebastian Vettel.
Now. So this was the Aston Martin.
At turn 1. Oh.
That crash.
He's able to continue, but it's not great for Sebastian.
Several cars involved.
Crash involving multiple cars.
Let's see what happened there. Watch this. There's Leclerc.
Leclerc's behind Seb. Seb's letting him through. They then catch each other, and then
the crash.
I don't know what's happened there.
Mark my words, there'll be questions asked about that later.
I think Seb's trying to let
That's going to be a...
Seb's trying to let the Ferrari through, I think. Seb's trying to let the Ferrari through. He's then made contact with an AlphaTauri of some description as well. I don't know what's happened there, but we might see some pit stops soon. Lando's pitting this lap. So Lando's going to come in. Lando will now drop.
Yeah, Lando pit lane.
Lando will drop a long way down.
Understood, mate.
And now we're basically focusing on Daniel to try and get Daniel as many points as possible. But they've all been able to continue despite that crash with multiple cars. Everyone's continuing on absolutely fine. Daniel has Zhou right behind him, and Bottas 1.5 seconds down the road. Make that 2.3 seconds down the road. So we're trying now just to keep Daniel in P10, I think. That's the only task now. Trying to keep Daniel in P10. There's been another crash in Sector 3. There's a lot of... Thankfully, it's not our drivers, but there's been a lot of crashes. Now, if there was a safety car come out now, we would probably consider pitting again. It's
Let's
Perez.
take a look at the replay. So let's look at this. There's Sergio Perez.
Crash right in front of his teammate. He's run wide and into the wall there. That might be... Well, he's lost the front wing.
Won't have been expecting that.
So that's Checo going to have to pit. That might earn...
And save fuel from now, please. Save fuel from now. Yep, confirm.
That might earn us a place when Perez pits. Maybe, although the gap between Hamilton and Perez is substantial. Where is Perez now? He's there. So watch. Perez will pit to get a new front wing, and we might make a position. Are we going to make the position or not? Let's have a look. Let's go on board with Daniel. Checo in the pits. And we have. Daniel's up to P9. Checo out in P11, I think, just behind. Oh, hello. Where did you come from, Zhou Guan Yu? Perez now coming up the pits at the bottom of the hill.
So this is P10.
Well, that's annoying. Who's on fresher tyres? It'll be Zhou, won't it? Zhou's on significantly fresher tyres. That'll be why. Perez has gone to softs. Checo's going to run softs to the end. Probably going to lose the place to Checo as well. And finish P11 with Daniel. Lovely. If you had to ask me now, I'd say we will be 11th and 13th at the end of this race. Norris does have better tyres than Ocon, I think. Much better tyres than Ocon. Lando might be able to catch Esteban Ocon, actually. But it's not going to be for any points. FIFA 23 has come out today, Jamie. Thank you for the follow the bang. Can't remember whether I said that or not. He's got the fastest lap of the race now as well. Track position is king, though. But he's much faster. Lando is definitely closing on Ocon. It's down to 2.5 now. And there's 27 laps to go, so we could get Lando up to P12. Looks like we're going to be finishing 11th and 12th at this rate. We'll have a... There you go. Perez has taken Daniel. And Lando is now...
Red Bull moved up.
Lando is now right with Ocon. So let's try and get Lando past Ocon, shall we? Alright. Deploy. Down the straight. Come on, get it done. Come on, Lando. There we go. That's Lando up to P12. Well, he should just extend that gap now.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
He should extend that gap over Ocon and just drive away from him, hopefully. And I don't know, is there much else we can do, is there, tactically? The gap between Daniel and Lando might come down. We might end up swapping drivers back again, because we already have swapped them once. So it would only be fair that we swap them back again. I could try and get Zhou for a point with Lando. We'll give it a go. He's on similar age tyres, but Lando's are a step softer. So we will deploy down the straight and try and get Lando past Zhou Guan Yu. But whilst he's got DRS from those in front, he's probably not going to be able to do much, is he? Oh, he had lost DRS, now he's got it back again. No, he did lose DRS through the detection point. Go on, Lando. That is Lando points again. Lando in the points. That's gone well. And with the
McLaren
softer compound tyre, he should be able to hold that. Everybody in front is on hard tyres, other than Checo. If Checo could get past, we could probably follow him through. Checo's tyres are going to die. There's no way they go to the end and don't fall off pace-wise. He's in the pit slit. Checo has actually pit now. So that's Lando up to P9. Is Daniel going to get... Daniel's going to get P11 as well. No, he's not, because Ocon's going to overtake him. Yay! Bollocks. 4 laps to go. Bottas is all over Alonso. Hopefully they hit each other, but I don't think they will. Sainz and Verstappen pitting. Sainz and Verstappen pitting with 4 laps to go. Because their hard tyres are dead. Someone's crashed. We'll find out momentarily.
I think that was a crash.
Perez
Let's
again?
take a closer look. So let's look at this.
Checo's
Here's
crashed
Sergio
again.
Perez.
Oh my god, Checo's crashed twice in this Grand Prix. So surely Daniel's going to overtake him? He's back up and running, Checo. No, Perez and Ocon both in the pits. Ocon's pitting too. So Daniel's up to P11. If Alonso wasn't there, we'd get him. But Alonso is there. And he's getting DRS off Alonso, so we can't. It's only 5 cars on the lead lap. Daniel's got 8.2 seconds to Checo. So Daniel's definitely going to finish 11th. And it looks like we are definitely going to finish P9 with Lando. Monaco's a bit of a non-event, really, isn't it? I guess it's the same as it is on the other F1 game and in real life. If anything, there have been more overtakes in this than you see in real life, actually. On-track overtakes. Leclerc on the last lap.
Maximum pace.
Go on, Lando, get him. Oh, nearly.
This is the last.
Go on, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Go on, Lando. P8 Lando Norris on the last lap. Good lad.
Okay, mate, nice work.
Get Alonso too. Go on, let's have a P7.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Go on. Deploy through the tunnel, get him into the chicane. Go! Go on! You can do it as well! Dive bomb! Dive bomb! Dive bomb! No! Ah! Never mind. We got one of them. We got one of them. We thought we could. So it's going to be P8 for Lando. P11 for Daniel. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but only because Ocon had to pit again and Perez crashed again. But Leclerc wins the Grand Prix. We weren't actually that far behind the leader, actually. But Lando P8.
Okay, that's the checkered flag. Well done.
6 points? No, 4 points. 4 points for Lando. And Daniel is going to come home with a Williams right behind him. And Checo not that far further down the road, but managed his stint well, Daniel. Went a long way on those hard tyres. 50 plus laps, so
That's the
fair enough.
flag.
I mean, it's better than some of the race weekends we've had, isn't it? So we can't be too disheartened from that. I'm a little bit, though. We'll take it. We'll take it. It's points for the team. It's points for the team. I don't know whether it helps us in the Constructors' Championship or not, though. Lando +4 keeps him ahead of Alonso, though Alonso got +6. Lewis now has taken his teammate. Carlos Sainz falling further away from Verstappen, but Leclerc closing up. Pierre Gasly gets a solid result. That's annoying, because I think that might help them close in the Constructors as it has. We're still 3 points ahead of Alpine and 4 points ahead of Alfa Romeo and 9 points ahead of AlphaTauri, but it's so tight for that P4. Although the board at McLaren do only want a P5, I think, in the championship. So if we can get P4, then they'll be delighted with us. I might replace Stoffel Van Dorn as a backup driver as well. Get £4 million, which is nice. $4 million even. And manufacturing of the underfloor has been completed, so that can be installed for the next Grand Prix. So car 1 underfloor change. Let's put the underfloor. Oh, it's been researched. I now need to manufacture it, do I? I thought we had some. Let's see what that inbox email then was. Underfloor manufactured. Oh, it was a replacement number 1 underfloor. That's annoying. Huh. Balls. Well, we have researched a number 2. So let's manufacture number 2 then. We'll manufacture 3. We could rush it, but no, I don't mind if it costs more. Let's make sure we get it through. When's the next Grand Prix? 5 days, 10 days for 2 of them, and the next Grand Prix is 11 days. Okay, good. So we can get that through. We can get that through. We can get. If we rush it, we can get. We don't need to rush it. We can get 1 for each car through before the next Grand Prix. So that's great news. Let's do that. Now we should have the opportunity to research something else. No, we can't. We can only manufacture. We've got no research spots available at the minute. Okay, so I think it's just a case of going forward then. Manufacture complete. Manufacture complete. So they will both be. Both cars will have. Both cars are going to have a new underfloor for the next Grand Prix. And we've got more in the more being manufactured as we speak. Next Grand Prix should be Canada, I think. Oh no, it's Baku. Baku next. Board confidence. Satisfied. Okay, fine, thank you. Satisfied at the minute. Car development report. Low cooling speed. Yeah, we know. But we're researching a new rear wing, I think, aren't we? We're doing something. We're researching something. I can't remember what it is that we're researching. I think it is a rear wing. Current projects. Chassis, yeah. Researching a rear wing and a new chassis that will be ready soon that we can then start to manufacture. So we have new stuff on the way. Financial report is looking good. We have $63 million in the bank. So we should be able to afford Pierre Gasly when the time comes. And Baku is next. So race preparation, performance targets. Reach Q2, yes. Guarantee 1 in the top 10. Ooh, we'll try. Fastest lap we definitely won't get. Finish position 1 in the top 10, hopefully. And the streak, we'll try. I could put... I don't want to put Van Dorn in. I just don't. I've got no incentive to put Stoffel Van Dorn in whatsoever. So we are at the Azerbaijani Race Grand Prix weekend then. So that is where this YouTube video will come to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you're continuing to enjoy the F1 content when it comes to you, sporadic as it has been. On stream, we're going to switch back to FIFA for a sec. But for those of you on the ChesnoidPlays channel, thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed this Monaco Grand Prix. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And do come and join me on stream for everything. Just for everything. Yeah? Okay, good. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.